have full session. I'll tell you, they've given me some news. I'll tell you, and they've asked me to pass the news to you all. Okay. So I'll tell you about tomorrow. Okay. Let others also join. Until then, what we'll do is we'll start with today's class case. I cannot wait anymore because I have lots to do. Just look at this. Seems like already one of the girls gave me the answer, but still I would want you to look at this. If you look at this case, you'll see you have a grid. Okay, by grid I mean you have a 4x4 grid. Okay, the first thing I'll do is I'll open my Excel sheet. Okay, this is a very important part because with the Excel sheet I can explain stuff very easily. So that is why I'm going to use the Excel sheet case. Right. So, just a minute. See, I've already done a few problems. Anyway, so let me see how many of you are online. Yes, you did not miss anything, right? Because we did not do it yesterday. Let me explain about tomorrow. Okay, so just wait for a minute. I just want everybody to be online so that I can explain. Right. Yes, we'll do clocks. Okay, don't worry. Yesterday, whatever we couldn't do, we'll do it. So today there will be no problem with the internet, guys. So the internet will be stable. Okay, so no disconnections. So don't worry. Um, it is very important that you know what this is. Okay, the reason is this is like a sample question for you guys to see. Okay, maybe what I'll do, I thought I'd play that video. If I played that video, you might know a few things. Okay, I should have. Right. Uh, I'll square mama maybe. Okay. So let me just, guys, before you give, okay, you can start giving answers. Good evening, Robin. Sir. Robina. Who's Robin? It's like Sudoku. Yes, exactly. It is like Sudoku, exactly, guys. See, just look at this. I'll tell you what this is, okay? For those of you just joining, um, I'll tell you what this is. Okay, just if I forget about it, just remind about the attendance. I won't forget it. And now, at least today we aim to finish this off by 7, and from 7 to 7:30 we do whatever you want me to do, or 7 to 7:45, and close the session by 7:45. Daily it is going up until 8:30, 8:45. So today I plan to finish the session by 7:45. Okay, so that is why you see me sharp at 5:35. Right. What you see here is, guys, today it is very easy. Once you understand, this is a very important part. Okay, so I'd say very important than clocks. Okay, you may never get a question from clocks, but you surely get a question from this. So first, for the next 1 hour, 15 minutes, we're going to concentrate on this case and this alone. I know you're all very smart, first and second batch students. You'll understand things very quickly, so I can go fast. Not like other batch students. Okay, I'm not saying they're dumb. I'm saying that compared to them, you get it quickly. Okay. Now, what you see here is a 4x4 grid. Okay, we call this whole thing as a grid. You might already be familiar with these names. The thing that goes from left to right is what we call as row. The thing that goes from top to bottom is what we call as column, right? So here we have a row and we have column. Okay, so I'm going to show this in Excel sheet. So in Excel sheet, you know this, right? This thing, guys, in Excel sheet, this is, I'd call a row. Okay, this yellow color that you see is a row. So this is one row. This yellow color is one row. I told you a row goes from left to right, correct? So this is a one row. If I ask you how many columns are there in this row, you should do this. If I ask you how many columns are there in this row, this is the first column, right? This is the second column. Oh God. Why is this? It should change to green, right? Okay. So this is the first column. So the columns are marked in blue, guys. This is the second column. And this is the third column. 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 columns here. Okay. So just to iterate my point, I'm going to do this. Yes. Can you see this? You see one row. This is one row. This is 2 rows. Or we'll keep it like this. Okay. What I'll do is I'll right. So what you see here is, you see here 2 rows and 6 columns. Okay. So a rows is something that goes from left to right. Columns is something that goes from right, top to bottom. So from top to bottom is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct. And rows something from left to right. So 1, 2. 2 rows and 6 columns are there. If I want to point to row, I'll say 1 comma 1, this is 1 comma 1, this is 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4, 1 comma 5, 1 comma 6, this is 2 comma 6, 2 comma 5, 2 comma 4, 2 comma 3, 2 comma 2 and 2 comma 1. Okay, I hope you already know this. Now you always, in this type of questions, you always be given either the rows and columns will be the same. So either it will be 4 into 4 or 5 into 5, because 3 into 3 is very easy. 6 into 6 is, I think, is very difficult, so they won't give you in this section. You have to practice with 4 into 4 and 5 into 5. So that is what we're going to do today. Practice with 4 into 4 and 5 into 5. Now, before knowing what this is what we call as Latin square. Okay, a Latin square is a square, guys. I might be wrong with the name, but maybe you can search it later, but it doesn't matter. A Latin square is a square which has 4 different symbols. Okay, I'm talking about the 4 into 4 grid. Okay, in this 4 into 4 grid, you take any row. Okay, you have 4 rows, right? 4 into 4, what does the first 4 indicate? The first 4 indicates that we are talking about the row. Okay, so there are 4 rows. The 4 into 4, what does the second 4 indicate? The second 4 indicate the number of columns. The first 4 indicates the number of rows. So 4 into 4 tells you that there are 4 rows and 4 columns. So you see here, right? How many rows, how many columns are there? 4 rows and 4 columns. For 5 into 5, you have 5 rows and 5 columns. Now, in this type of questions, you will always be given a 4 into 4 or a 5 into 5 grid. And in that grid, this whole thing is called as grid. The 16 cells is in total called as a grid. Okay. Now, in this grid, what happens is you have 4 different symbols, guys, and you will find that you take any row. You have 4 rows, right? You take any row, it will always have the 4 different symbols. Okay. Now, it won't be in the same order. The order will change, but the 4 rows will always have the 4 symbols. Okay. What does it mean? If I say it in another way, the other way of saying it is a symbol cannot repeat in the same row. For example, you have a square in the top row, right? Can you see that? First row, you have a square. You cannot have a square in this place and this place. Okay, you cannot have a square in 1 comma 1 and 1 comma 2, because in the first row you already have a square. Similarly, you cannot have a star in the first row because you already have it. You already have it in the first row, so you cannot have it. So these 2 places should be taken by either the circle or the triangle. Okay, either the circle will come here or the triangle will come here. So we'll see which one will come here later. But I hope you understand that in any row, the symbols cannot repeat. or there it cannot be duplicated. It should not be duplicated. Okay. Now when it comes to column, it is the same thing. You take any column, you'll always find the symbols are different. Okay. So for example, if these four cells are there in this column, right, these four cells in the first column should have distinct symbols. You understand what is distinct, right? Distinct meaning not repeating. Okay. The symbol should not repeat. So this is what we mean by Latin square, guys. So this is not Sudoku, this is Latin square, because Sudoku has some even more rules that we incorporate. But this has just these two rules. It is very important that you know these rules, guys, because I told you this is a sure question. This section that we are going to discuss for the next 1 hour is a sure thing. Okay, surely you're going to get this question. So we'll talk about, maybe I'll play the video where it talks about the instructions. Sorry, guys. You'll find it is approximately 6 to 8 minutes. Okay, that is what will be given. And the instruction, what it said is, it is 6 to 8 minutes. And once you okay, talk about the instruction while I show you the that picture. Okay, right now we'll just solve this first. Okay. Before solving this, once tell the rules. So yeah, I'll tell you the rules, please. Too many disturbances today from outside my road. Okay. Outside my house. Okay. 313, 290. Okay, I think it is time to reveal what is the plan for tomorrow. Okay. So the plan for tomorrow, guys. Happy Independence Day. Oh, you know my name. Okay. Thank you. Right. See, tomorrow what is the plan is, guys, tomorrow we don't have regular classes like this. Okay. So if you are interested, I know many in 1 and 2 batch will be interested. If you guys tomorrow is not compulsory. Okay. If you want, you can take the day off. Okay. But many we've got requests from many students that they wanted this they're taking up some tests, right? So those tests they are not able to, they want those tests to be answered. Okay. And many also have doubts in the things that we teach every day, right, that they are not able to get clear. Okay. So if you want any doubts to be cleared, or if you want the test questions to be discussed, okay, we'll be available at certain periods. So I'll tell you the time periods now. Okay. So make a note of this, or maybe I'll put it as the sticky message at the top. Okay. We'll use that at least today. Then you can decide which to attend and which not to attend. So it is optional, guys. So nothing is tomorrow we don't have anything which is compulsory. Okay. So it is optional. Okay. So depending upon the crowd, I'll do whatever they want to do. Okay. I don't think many people are going to come tomorrow, but still I know some will come. Right. So the timings are this. Okay. Morning 11 to 12 p.m. Okay. You are going to have cognitive aptitude. Okay. This is morning, guys. 1 minute. I'll post this as a message, so don't worry, that you can see. Cognitive aptitude. Okay. This is morning. Okay. And 2 to 3 p.m. you have verbal. Okay. 2 to 3 p.m. you have verbal aptitude. And then 5 to 6 p.m. you have technical. Okay. 5 to 6 p.m. you will have technical. You know that pseudocode thing. I know nothing about technical, but still it is pseudocode, right? Technical. So this is the timing. Okay. And I'll also put it in the other group, so that other group students also. So this is it, guys. So you can you repeat the explanation? I have not even explained. I have not started to explain. Okay. Just look at this. There is a message, guys. Okay, so this is a completely optional training. If you want, you can attend. It is not compulsory. Okay. Uh, what we'll be doing is, like, if you want, like I told you, if you want to discuss the test questions, we'll discuss the test questions. Or if you want to discuss some topics that, yeah, like for example, today people are asking clocks and calendars and card puzzles, right? So like that, if you want something specific to be explained, we can do that. Okay. Uh, I have seen code blocks in your desktops. Okay, so I cannot even lie now. Okay, everything is transparent. Yes, I know technical. Okay, right, right, right. We get started here, guys. So by now, I think most of you would have come arrived at the answer, but still there are some techniques that you can use. The first thing that I'd like to say is, guys, there is no one solution for this problem. I cannot say this is the only solution. Okay, I mean, answer is one. Okay, correct answer will always be one. The way you reach the correct answer, the explanation can have, I can even come up with 5 different explanations. Okay, so anyway, don't look for the explanations. Initially, start with whatever feels right to you. As you go on, you will catch up. Okay, but the important thing is you understand there are always more than 2-3 ways of doing a problem like this. Okay, so we'll see, but answer is one. There can be only one answer, right? So if you look at this, we see, what do you see? If you look at this, you can see right. You need to find what comes in place of question mark. Okay. Now this column, if you see this column, guys, fourth column, I'm referring to the fourth column. In the fourth column, we have 3. Just one is missing. So you just need to see what is the missing symbol. Okay. So here the missing symbol is what? Missing symbol is square. Okay. Now don't get any ideas. You will never have a question like this. Okay. This is just for your understanding purpose that it is given. Okay. Uh, they won't ask such easy questions. Okay. Right. So next. So you understood this, right? Because you have a question mark and this column must have 4 different symbols. There is only one symbol missing, okay, which is the square. The square is the answer. But here I'd like to use this to explain a few things, guys. See here, if you see this circle, there are 3 circles. Do you see it? The first circle is at 2 2, second circle is 3 3, last circle is 4 4. Where do you think will you have the fourth circle? Can you tell me? Can you give me the coordinates, row and column number? Can you give me the coordinates of where the fourth circle will be? Where will the fourth circle be? So let me see some answers here. Yes, 1 comma 1. Yes, great, nice. First row, first column, correct. Right. Yes, yes. So see, you people are understanding slowly, right? See, the reason why it is 1 comma 1 is, guys, see, when I say I can clearly show this in the Excel sheet, that is why I have the Excel sheet. When the problem comes, I'll show it. Now you can see the second column cannot have one more circle. The third column also cannot have one more circle. The fourth column also cannot have one more circle. So the column which can have one more circle is what? First column. Okay. But is it first row or second row? Now, if you put it in the second row, it is not possible because the second row already has a circle, right? Third row already has a circle, fourth row already has a circle. And if you want, you cannot put it in the third row and the fourth row also, because first column, third row, fourth row is already occupied. Okay. So you cannot put it in the second row of the first column because the second row already has a circle. Okay. So the only place where you can put it is in the first row of first column. Okay. So I just want to make that clear. Right. So whenever guys you see three stuff, you see three things, right? It is better to use this method because you can easily find the fourth one. Okay. Even with two you can find it, but we'll go to that later. Okay. Right. Now this one. Tell me the answer. What will replace the question mark? I think I better use the Excel sheet, guys. Okay. I think you'll be able to see this. So which one will replace the question mark? Yes, exactly. Great, nice. Okay, nice. Circular, Vaishnavi, square. Yes, right. Again, somebody saying circle. A few of you are saying circle, guys. How is it circle? Okay. Anyway, so I'll make sure that you don't make that silly mistakes. Okay. So that is why you're here to learn. Right. 1 minute. I'll just 4 into 4. Right. 4 into 4. This is 4 into 4. So I have a 4 into 4 here. Right. I have a 4 into 4 here, guys. And what I have is I have a square here and I have a star here. So, and I have a triangle here. And down here I have a square again. Right. So this is what we have, guys. Okay. And the question mark is over here. Right. Now, if you closely paid attention to what I taught in the previous problem, you'll never say it is circle. Okay. Because it is, sorry, this is SQ, not DQ. So you will never say it is circle because it is the same, the previous problem, whatever condition you apply to circle, you are applying it to square here because look at this. It is similar to how in the previous problem we had circle. Okay. So we have three squares. The fourth square should be at the top 1, 1 position. Correct? There is no other way you can have it in any other place. So that itself will tell you what the answer is in just 1 second. Of course, when you have some practice. Okay. But there are other ways that people use to do this. I'll show you all the ways. What happens is, guys, see, once, okay, they see that if they don't know this method, okay, they don't know this method of, okay, we have a square here, and square here. Three squares. Where will the fourth square come? It should come in the first row. So what this means is, so I'll mark this in yellow. Okay. If I mark this in yellow, it means here in this yellow, you cannot have the fourth square. Correct? Because already it is taken, already this column contains a square. And this yellow also cannot have the fourth square because it already has a square. And this yellow also cannot have a square. So not only this, now we just completed column wise. Row wise, this row can also not have a square because we already have one. This also cannot have a square. And if we want also, we cannot have because already it is taken by star. This row also cannot have a square. So I'm going to mark this as yellow. So where this also I'm turned as yellow, guys, because this is also not possible. So where is the only place you can have that square? It is in the place of question mark, right? So your answer is question mark. That is why whenever you have 4 into 4 grid, guys, if you see three symbols, it means it is something easy. You can use this technique and just get the answer within seconds. Okay. Even if you don't get the answer, you'll be able to solve one puzzle. I mean, one cell, you'll know what the value of one cell is. So whenever you have 3 out of 4, you can use this. Even when you have 2, you can use this type of technique. I'm going to illustrate that in the coming problems. Okay. What happens is in 5 into 5 triangle, you will be given again three symbols which are same. Okay. So, but it is 5, right? So the gap is 2. Okay. Even then it is useful for us. I'll tell you. So right now you can go like this. Or what you can do is, there's some others would have got at this by using this technique. So you have square, star, and triangle. The only thing that is missing is circle, right? So what they'll do is they'll draw. They'll have circle here. Now to again have star, triangle, square, the only thing missing is circle. So they'll have circle here. Okay. Now triangle, circle, square is there. Only thing missing is star. So at the top they'll have a star. So now if you see, you have stars everywhere, right? So you can go about filling this whole thing. Okay, you can go about filling this whole thing. But because you want this question mark, guys, you have to concentrate on your efforts on the left hand side. Okay, there is no point in trying to find all this. So if you could try to concentrate your efforts on the left hand side, you have star and circle here. So what is the possibility for this question mark? This question mark could take either triangle or square, correct? This question mark could take triangle or square. So this is how you reason it out using this method, guys. It could take triangle or square. Now anyway, you'll again see, yes, this will have triangle or square. Now, if you put triangle here, okay, or if you substitute triangle here, where will the square go? The square will go to the bottom, correct? Now, is this possible? No, right? Because you already have a square here. Okay, see, because you already have a square here, this is not possible. Okay, square at the bottom and triangle at the top is not possible. So, what is the only possibility? Square should go to the bottom and triangle should come at the, sorry, square should go to the top and triangle should come to the bottom. Okay, so this way also you can do it. Okay, but you see that the first way is the easier one, right? There are other ways of doing it, guys. I don't want to get inside that takes even more long time. The reason why I explain this is this will help you when you're doing 5 into 5. Okay, this kind of reasoning. Okay, so this is how you reason. Okay, so this is why the answer is square, right? So I'm not showing the options, guys. You know what the options are, right? The same 4 symbols. So what will come in place of question mark? Right. We'll see what the answers that you've given. Look at the answers. I'm getting rectangular. Guys, Don't confuse people. Okay. There is no rectangle here, guys. It is square. Mostly the answer that I'm getting is square, but there are also people who say circle. Um, it is not rectangle, guys. It is square. We just have four shapes. Uh, it is four shapes are star, square, triangle, and circle. Okay. So I see most of you say it is square, but there are some who feel it is circle. So we'll see how to do this. Okay. Again, I'm going to give you two methods. Okay. Now, when it comes to 4 into 4, okay, 4 into 4 matrix, if you want the shortcut method, okay, when it comes to 4 into 4 matrix, guys, so matrix is not matrix, grid. When it comes to 4 into 4 grid, if you want the shortcut method, always go for the things which are maximum in number. So for example, here we have two stars, correct? And we also have two squares. So you have to use one of these things, okay? So I'll talk about that. But there is other ways to do it. Okay, first I'll do the difficult way, then we'll do the easy one. So if you do the difficult way, you can see there are three symbols. So you look at this one and take the fourth one as, what do you do this? You take this as circle. So we'll take this as circle. Now, after this, you can, yes, you can see there are two stars. Okay. If you take these two stars, so right. Yes. So you can see there are two stars case. Okay. What you can do here is you can take this star. Now you want to see where the third and the fourth stars you want to see where you can place the third and the fourth stars. So here this whole column you cannot have a star, right? So I mark it in yellow. This whole column also you cannot have a star. Again, this column you cannot have a star. So which is first column. The first column you cannot have a star, right? So this should tell you the answer. Okay, here itself, while we are seeing that when the first column cannot, it is row. The first row cannot have a star, right? So what are the possibilities here? When you cannot have a star, what are the possibilities? The possibilities are square dash circle, right? You cannot have a star in the left hand side, correct? Yes. So what it means is the possibilities are square and circle, correct? Now you tell me, can you have, if you let us suppose that you substitute square here, or I should say circle here, okay? If you substitute circle here instead of square, where should the square come? Where will the square go? Here you should have square. Now, is it possible for you to have square here? If you have square here, this and this will clash. Yes, this and this will clash because on the same column you cannot have two squares. So the only possibility is square in this place and then circle in this place. Yes, you see, now what is the answer? Square is the answer, right? Now square is the answer. So this is one way of doing it, guys. This is one way of finding the stuff. Okay. There are other easy ways also. Okay. So this way also you can find. So that is why I said there are many ways of arriving at the answer. You make sure that you get the correct answer. That should be your goal. Okay. It doesn't matter how. So, but as you go, you will see some shortcuts that you can use. So this is what is given, right? Yes. Star, triangle, this is not given. Square, star, even this is not given, right? So this was the initial thing. Now what you see is, now I told you when you have three things, when they give you three shapes in a 4x4 triangle, then it means your answer is just 1 second away. Yes, that is the thought that should come to your mind. even when it is 4 to 4 and you see two symbols, okay, two symbols which have, or sorry, a symbol uh, repeated two times or it is represented two times, it means that also is going to help you. Okay, that symbol is also going to help you. Let us see how it is going to help us. So here we'll take this square and we'll take this. So here you can never have a square again. So this column I'm going to block it. This also I'm going to block it. Okay. And second row is going to be blocked because you cannot have a square there. And the third row is also going to be blocked. You cannot have a square here. Now you tell me guys, now the two squares are already there. Two squares are there. How many are left to be represented? Two more. You have to represent two more. Now see, look at this. You have, let us take this square, let us take this square 3. If I have square 3 here, okay, square 3, I put it here. Where will square 4 should come? Can it come here? Can you have square 4 here? Not possible. Can you have square 4 here? Not possible. Okay, you already have star there, and add to that square 3 is in the same column. So not at all possible. So if you have square 3, square 4 must come where? Square 4 must come here. Okay. So, or other words, if you have square 3 here, square 4 must come in this position. You can interchange that. Okay. That doesn't matter. But what you cannot do is, you cannot have square 3 here. Yes, you cannot have square 3 here. Because where will you have square 4 then? Will you have square 4 here? If you have square 4 here, then it is a problem because both the squares are in the same column. Okay. So if you have square 4 here, then again it is a problem because both are in the same row. If you have square 3 here, the only possibility is where? It is in the place of star. Yes, the place of star. But in the place of star, star has already taken its place, right? So how can you put square 4 there? So this combination is not possible. If this combination is not possible, the only possible combination is square 3 here and square 4 there. Okay. Or you can do vice versa. Square 3 in this position and square 4 in this position. Okay. So now what does it leave? Now it leaves the answer as square. Yes. Now even this seems easy, right? Just a minute, please. So I'm just giving you different ways of solving it so that you can pick and choose whichever is comfortable for you guys. Okay. Right. Right. We'll move on to the next one. Fourth question. We'll try the fourth one. If you have doubts, again, we'll do it at the end, guys. I'll address your questions at the end. We'll do the next one, and I'll do the drawing. So the fourth symbol is a circle, guys. So let me see if any of you have answered it, guys. Guys, is it the answer for the previous question or this question? How come everybody say it is star? Oh, maybe I am wrong. Could be. You feel this is star? See, guys, there is a major. This is nice. Half the screen I can see what the response is, and half the screen I can show you the question. But this question star, yes sir, star. But the problem is others are also seeing it, so I don't want others seeing it. Right, guys, let us see how to do this. Okay, see, first thing I want you to look at this is here I missed the triangle. Right, the first thing I want to look at this, guys, look at this. See, look at the third row. What do you see in the third row? In the third row, you see a question mark, you see a square, right? You see a gap and then a triangle. Correct. Now you tell me this space which I am marking it as green. Okay. Can you see the space which I am marking it as green? This space, what are the possibilities in this space? What are the things that you can have in this space? You already have a square, you already have a triangle. So the possibilities are circle or star, right? The possibilities are circle or star. But you tell me, can you have a star here? Because this column already has a star. Okay. So this column already has a star at the top. So you cannot have a star here. Okay. So here it should be circle and the beginning is star. Okay. So seems like you guys are right. So the beginning is star, right? So here you should have the beginning as star. Okay, that is your answer. Okay. So the reason is because of this. You don't need to go about finding is that you can arrive at that also, but this is an easier way, right? You just see what are the possibilities here. The possibilities are circle and star. Any one should come here, right? Now, as you do more problems, you will also be able to do it this way, guys. If you didn't think of it this way, don't worry. Okay, as you do more problems, you will understand it. Okay. So circle or a star can be in this place. Okay. Now what happens is you cannot have a star because you already have a star in that column. So star must be in this first place and circle must be in this place. Okay. So this will turn out to be circle and that will turn out to be star. Okay. So that should tell you why it is star. Okay. Right, guys. So mostly you've done great. Okay, I know you people are good. And what we'll do is we'll get into 5 by 5. Okay, let's up the difficulty level. And here, this is where I'm going to talk about some rules, guys. Because the screen that you see, okay, the screen that you see is the exact screen that you'll see in your Capgemini cognitive base test. Okay, this is the exact screen that you'll see. Okay, so I have the video where we'll be able to see the instructions and this thing. What will happen is I'll just tell you, and if we have time, I'll play that video. Okay, that is a very quick video. But what will happen is what will happen is they'll show you stuff like they'll give you examples. Okay, they like this. They'll give you a question. They'll ask you to solve it. Okay, and they'll say it is not scored. Okay, it is not scored and it is not timed. You can take your own time. Get used to all the functions in that you have in this platform. I'll tell you what those functions are. But you have that option where you can do a trial run. Okay, you can do a trial. They'll say there is a trial run. You can finish it whenever you want. Okay, you can take as many time as much of time as you want. Get familiarized with the questions and options and how to choose the options and all. Okay, and then once you're done with the trial, you can go to the real thing. Okay, so this is what will happen. This will happen in every section in cognitive aptitude test. Okay, in all the sections in cognitive aptitude test, be it this one, this is also a type of game, but we still have hardcore games. Okay, you have to play hardcore games. Though in those they'll give you a preview or a trial run of how to do it. Okay, so you can do a trial and see how it happens. Okay, so this is what they'll say in the initial stages. These are the instructions that you'll see. Now after that, this is before taking the test. Okay, so once you done the trial and you feel like you're comfortable and you feel like you can get inside the test, what you will see is you'll see a page with instructions. Okay, so the instructions will say that the total time allotted for you is 6 minutes. Okay, the time allotted is 6 minutes. Now it may vary, guys. It won't be exactly 6. Sometimes it could be 5, sometimes it could be 7 or 8, but it will be in that range, 5 to 8 minutes per section. Okay, so 5 to 8 minutes is the time, and they'll ask you to solve as many puzzles like this as possible. Okay, here you need not, I hope you understood by now, you need not find the other cells. Okay, the other cells you don't need to care about it. The thing you need to care about is the question mark. You need to find the symbol that will replace the question mark. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you are not able to find the other cells. No, it doesn't matter. You have to find what replaces the question mark. Okay, so within 6 minutes, as much as possible you have to do. So they'll also mention the quicker you do it, the more problems you'll be able to do it. So what it means is there is no set of, like, there is no end. There is no end to the test. There is no like just 5 questions 6 minutes or 10 questions 6 minutes. No, it is not like that. You can have as many questions as you want. It depends upon your speed. Okay, not only that, they'll say as you answer correctly, the level of difficulty will go up a notch. Okay, and if you keep giving wrong answers, the level of difficulty will stay the same. Okay, so you are it is like adaptive test. I've heard about this adaptive test, right? So if you GRE, GMAT and all, they have this type of test where if you're answering the questions correctly, then the difficulty level will go up. Okay, if you are like doing like, answering correctly and then wrongly, wrongly, you are like going in a loop, you'll stay in the same level. Okay, of course, if you are at the end of the test, when you are at the higher level, you will get more points. Okay, let us say someone is at level 2 and you are in level 3, but still you've solved only less number of questions, but still you are level 3, but somebody is in level 2, solve more number of questions, right? The person in level 3 will get the highest points. Okay, so this is one thing that I have to say. This applies here and also to games. Okay, in games also you will see that this is very similar to the normal games you play, guys. Once you are good at a level, you are bumped up to the next level, right? You go to the level 2, level 3. You will go to level 2 and level 3, right? So that is the same thing here. So here, once you start, what happens is you have a few things that I have to tell you, guys. Okay, so I'll play the video. So listen to this. Once you see the video, you'll understand it. Now, once you start, guys, what will happen is this is how it will look like. So this is a 4x4 grid. Yes, can you see the 4x4 grid? And you have things in black and things in gray. There are two things. I'll talk about what the gray thing mean, but there are things in black and things in gray. And you have 4 options at the bottom. You see 4 options at the bottom. Yes, those are the answer options. So you'll have to click one of those. Okay, once you decide what the answer is, you can click one of those. Okay, now what happens is, once they give you the question, now did you see in this Excel sheet? Yes, now I used in this question, for example, here we do not use any intermediaries, but there is something called the intermediaries. in this first question, especially first question, guys, I did not directly jump to the answer. First, I found this, then I found this, then I found this, then maybe I found the answer, correct? Yes. Then finally, I found the answer. So, if I had to get to the answer, sometimes I might want to use several steps, especially when it is a 5 into 5 block and it is a difficult problem. Okay. So, initially, you won't have such difficult problems. As you move on up in the level I was talking about, when you then there is a 5 into 5, especially 5 into 5 grid, you will have multiple steps before you arrive at the answer, like 4 steps or 5 steps. Okay. Now it is difficult for sometimes 8 to 9 steps. If you go very high, 10 steps, it is difficult to remember all those things. Now you won't have an Excel sheet like this. Because I have an Excel sheet, I am able to do it. I am able to place the intermediaries, right? Before I get to the answer, I'm able to place the intermediaries. So for that reason, what they've done is, guys, they've given this gray shaded shapes. Okay, it is still the same shapes. Okay, but whenever you want, you feel like now, if you want to find what is this question mark, you might want to know what is 2 comma 2. I'm talking about the cell 2 comma 2. This area is 2 comma 2, right? You might want to know this. So what you do is you try to figure out and say that you understood that it is a circle. Using our logic, you understood that it's a circle. Now you can click on it, and then if you click on it, what will happen is you click on any empty cell, you will get a pop-up message or a drop-down message which has all the symbols. So you can choose the symbol. If you choose the symbol, now that is an intermediary. To arrive at the answer, you are using that as a means. That is not the and that is not the end itself, but that is a means to the end, right? So that these are intermediaries. So the initial question won't have this triangle, gray color triangle. The initial question won't have this gray color square. This gray color square and gray color triangle are added by the person doing the test, okay, as intermediaries for him to help solve this puzzle and get this question mark. Okay, so you can use that. Okay, so I'll show you the video so that you can see it very clearly. So you can use this intermediaries and finally arrive at the answer. And when you arrive at the answer, you have to click on the question mark. Okay, click on the question mark cell. What will happen is, can you see the dotted black line here, guys, around the triangle? You see a dotted black line, right? Yes. This dotted black line around the triangle, you have it because somebody has clicked on that cell. Okay. So it highlights that it is pointing in this cell. So while choosing the option, please make sure that you click on the question mark. So the question mark will be surrounded by the dotted black lines. Okay. Now then you press the correct option. Okay. Now the final thing, when you press the correct option, guys, I mean, when you click on the correct options, you will have 4 options, right? 5 in case of 5 into 5 grid. When you click on the correct option, what will happen is, if it is right, okay, if what you are clicking is right, it will turn green. If what you are clicking is wrong, it will turn red. Okay. Now that doesn't mean you will get a second chance. Okay. If it is red, that doesn't mean you will get a second chance. Whenever you click on the option, it will turn into the respective color depending upon your answer, and then it will go to the next question. Okay. Then why does the color show up? It shows up to inform whether you done it correctly or wrongly. Okay. So I told you, right, depending upon your answers, you will level up. Yes. So that is like a small indicator to yourself, a small information that they are giving that, right, you done this question correctly. No, this question is wrong. Okay. But if it is wrong, you cannot go back. Okay. Once you choose it, you cannot go back. So once the option is clicked, it will turn green or red and then directly take you to the next question. Okay. So these are the things I wanted to tell you. You can see all this in a video. I'll play it in a little bit, guys. I sincerely hope that the connection is not cut. The internet connection is not cut when I am going to see now, because I cannot repeat all this again. And thank God for it. So our brains always think in a crooked way, right? So here somebody Mitra wants to know. So making wrong answers at initial time wantedly and at last minutes answering correct makes us higher level at end time. Does it work, sir? Mitra, I don't even understand what you're asking me. Okay. Uh, guys, guys, did you get what I said? Did you get, give me some feedback, guys? Did you all understand what I just explained? Yeah, I'll give you practice for practice. I'll give you questions. Okay, guys, are you there? Uh, see, okay. Now I'm getting some responses. Okay, right. Okay. Now what I want you to do is, so we'll talk about all those things. So why don't you give me the answer for this? Try this one and tell me the answer, guys. So if you are done, we'll move on to the next one. I'll explain the answer to this. Yes, so we'll try this one. Right. Next question. This is a 5 into 5 grid, guys. Let me see if people have already come up with the answers. Yeah, I see some few people saying plus. Try again. Try. Okay. Right. Right. I'll give you some explanation here, guys. I'll help you around. Those who say it is triangle, I think I've already done this. No. Okay. Fine. Right. So this is what is given here, guys. This is what is given. Okay. Now, if you look at the symbols, I told you when you have a 4 into 4 grid, if you have a symbol with 3 occurrences, then it is a good thing because you'll get the answer very quickly. Now look at this. We have a 5 into 5 grid. Okay, but what do you see? Maximum what you can see is there are 2 triangles. How many squares? 3 squares are there, and then we have 2 plus and then 1 star and 1 circle. Okay, so you don't even have 3 things. Okay, you have a square which is 3. So when you have 5 into 5 and you see that the symbol is repeated 4 times, then it means you are just 1 step away from the answer. Okay, this is what you should keep in mind. Very similar to how in 4 into 4 grid you had 3 into when you have 3 occurrences of the symbol, you know that you are very close to the answer. You just have a step away. So similarly, when it is a 5 into 5 grid, when you have 4 occurrences of a particular symbol, you are just very close. So here you might think like, okay, square is this. First, we'll try to solve the easy stuff. Okay. Now look at this triangle. You have 3 things right here. So this could be easy to solve. So what we do is you take this position. Now this position could be a triangle, or this position could be what? A star. Correct? Yes, because in this column, you can see circle is there, square is there, and plus is there. Correct? Circle, square, plus. So the only 2 things which is not there is triangle and star. So this space could be any one of those 2 things, except that this cannot be star. Why? You see here, if this is star, then this and this will collide. Or I should say, both are in the same row. How can both stars be in the same row? So this cannot be star. So the only possibility for this is a triangle, and the star should go at the top. Okay. So now it is like this. So this is an easy one to figure out, right? So we figured this out. Okay. Now let us try to find something else. Now this is also the reason, guys, why see, look at this. The intermediaries, look at the intermediaries in the question. They have a triangle here and they have a star at the top. Now how did they arrive at that? It is because of this. So I should for intermediaries, maybe I'll mark them as something so that you know that they are intermediaries. I'll use the same color. Okay, see, now you know that they are intermediaries. Okay, it was not originally given in the question. You found that to be the correct fit there. So you're using that, because using this intermediaries, you'll be able to arrive at the solution. Okay, now right now, see, now I talked about the number 3. Okay, you can either proceed by using the squares. Okay, 3 squares. If you want to do that, you should have done that in the first step itself, right? The first step itself, you could have proceeded by using the 3 squares and seeing where the remaining square will come. You can do that. Okay, but because we've done this step, okay, this way we are going in a different way. We have 3 triangles. So why don't we use these 3 triangles and go forward? Okay, you can also arrive at the solution if you take the 3 squares and then try to find it. Okay, now what I did is I found these 2 things, and because I have 3 triangles now, I'm going to use that. Okay, that is going to help us find it. Now where will the 4th triangle be? My question is, what are the possible areas for the 4th triangle? The 3 triangles, guys, it cannot come in this place. The 4th triangle cannot come in the yellow space. Right? Because you have a triangle. It cannot also come in this space because it is the same column. It cannot come in this space also. So I'll mark it as like this. And it cannot come in this space with the same row, and this space and this space. Okay, it cannot come in both these spaces. So the 3 places, okay, that or the 4th triangle, where can you place the 4th triangle? If you place it here, triangle 4. Okay, okay. If the triangle 4 you place it here, where will triangle 5 come? Can it come in this space? Can you mark this as triangle 5? No, right? Because then it will be same column. Okay, not possible. Can you have triangle 5 in the question mark? In space of question mark? Again, it will be the same row. So this is also not possible. So if you have triangle 4 here, the only possibility for triangle 5 is what? The only possibility is SQ. But that space is already taken by SQ. So the triangle 4 at this position is an impossible thing. Okay. So triangle 4 at this position is impossible. If that is impossible, where is it possible? It is possible if you have triangle 4 here and triangle 5 here. Right? Can you see that, guys? Triangle 4 here. If you have triangle 4 here, you can have triangle 5 here, right? Not a problem, issue, right? So this is possible. Or you can have triangle 4 here and triangle 5 here. Just vice versa, inverse of this. Okay, this is also possible, right? But in any case, what do you see? You see in the place of question mark, you have triangle as the answer. Okay. In any case, triangle 4 could be in the place of question mark or triangle 5 could be in the place of question mark. In any case, you can see this triangle is the answer. Okay. So that this is how simple you can make it. So if you have any doubts, you can ask, guys. For others, we'll move on to the next one. Doubts, we'll address it at the end. Okay. Now try this next one, guys, and tell me the answer. Do we have an answer here, guys? Suara. Oh, star. Right. Right. Great. I think you guys have warmed up, and I think everybody is giving the correct answer. Star and two cups, two victory cups. Yes, guys. So I think everybody understands now. So see, 5 by 5 itself is very easy for you. Okay. So see, You need not wait for me to give a question for you to practice, guys. You can just put things, take this question, just put the rearrange the symbols and rearrange the question mark. Okay, try it by yourself. Okay, this is how you set a question paper, but you can do it by yourself. Okay, but we'll try to give questions. Okay, so don't worry about it. But I am saying that you can yourself frame the questions. Okay, the more you work on it, the more little things that you understand, and the more it will help you while you do this actually in real practice. In Capgemini, I don't know if you will get the clock problems or what do you call that, what card problems. I cannot say for sure, but I say for sure that this you're surely getting. This could be the first section. Okay, so so you they instead of paying attention to, yes, look at those clock problems, okay, for practice sake, but i I want you to concentrate more on this. Right, guys. And you have to know 4 into 4, 5 into 5. Unless you're like, because in that 6 minutes or 7 minutes, you can only do that much. Okay. So you never get 6 into 6. If you get 6 into 6, which it means you've done something good, because you very rarely people reach 6 into 6, guys. Okay. So everybody says star, so you could have arrived at it using many methods, guys, but what I'd say is, here we'll have star here, and I'll mark this as the intermediary. And intermediary, what I'll do is I'll mark it in gray itself. Okay, now the next one is, now you can see how many stars you have. You have 3 stars. I told you when you have 3, then you are up to something. You can do something with it. So what you can do is, you can take this column and this column and this column. Okay, and clearly say that they can never have the 4th star. Yes, you have 3 stars. The 4th star can never be in any one of these columns. Not only that, we can also seal the rows. So you can say this row and this row and this row. These rows can never have your 4th star. Okay. Now again, see, this is the point here. You are what you're seeing here is 4 spots, 4 possible spots. You'll always have 4 possible spots when you are dealing with 3, when you're dealing with a symbol which is repeated 3 times. Even in the previous question, remember triangle, you had this 4 spots, right? Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and one of those spots was square. So you could easily find where the triangle would fit. Okay, if the square was not there, and if this was empty, then you have trouble, because triangle 4 can come here and triangle 5 can come here, or triangle 4 can come here and triangle 5 can come here. Now you are not sure about it. Okay, so that is why they give it very setting question paper, they make sure that they make some sense. Okay, now here you cannot give it. Similarly, you see 4 spots, and one of the spots is what? One of the spots is already taken. So this combination cannot happen. This plus and this, the combination which I'm marking in say orange. Okay, this combination of cannot happen. So which is the possible combination? Here you can have star 4, and here you'll have star 5. Okay, or vice versa. You can have anyway. You understand that, right? Okay, so this is one way. Another way of solving it. Case I'll just change it to white so that you know that 4 spots are available. So this is the importance of finding 3 similar symbols in a 5 into 5 grid. Okay, if you find that, you can do it. Or if you feel like you have another method, and if it is easy, then you can do it. Okay, I'm not saying there are many ways of doing it. Right, guys. So what I want to do now is, I want to give a few problems that you can try as homework. So please take a screenshot of this quickly. Take a screenshot of this, guys. So I'll give you 5 more seconds. Right. Next one is this. So take a screenshot of the second one. Five more seconds. Right. So that's it. Here, 1 minute. I'll give you one more. This one, the last one, guys. So these three things you can try. So you can try, like I told you, change the just move around the symbols, and you can form your own questions and have some practice. Practice is the important thing. So try to solve 4 into 4 and 5 into 5. Okay, a little bit of 4 into 4 and a whole lot of 5 into 5, like 30-70. 30% of 4 into 4 and 70% of 5 into 5. Okay, so I hope everybody has taken your screenshots, guys. Now it is attendance time. How we find star only comes there. Where, Rohita, which one are you talking about? Let me take the attendance. Okay, Lohita has a doubt. So do we have all the rounds of Capgemini in a single day? Those questions, guys, you will have to talk to people. Yeah, I'll show the video, Tejasvi. Just fill in the attendance, guys. I just remembered color Sudoku game is solving. Okay, before problem start. Before problem start. Okay. Okay, okay, I'll show you. Wait, Lohita, just a minute. Just give your attendance and come back. I'll then. Guys, I posted the attendance in. It is also the top. So it is in the top of the chat box. I'm going to post it there. So it is more on the top of the chat box. Why some are in black color and some are gray? Guys, okay, you just, okay, I'll tell you. You just go and give your attendance and come back. Show me last pick. This is the last pick. There are two stars in the same column. How is it possible? Kirti, which one are you talking about? Which question? Should we consider the intermediary as a part of the question or not? Jasmine, it is not part of the question. That is why it is called intermediaries. What does intermediary mean? Sir, once again explain this symbolic problems. So I trying to ask me to do it from the beginning, Meena. From the beginning. You have to tell me which one you did not understand. See, when Jasmine, what should we consider intermediaries as part of last question? Okay, so one day we are what are remaining of guys. Let's keep this chat to this topic. Okay, there are many topics to be completed, and you'll be looking at lots of games. So if you want to card problems, yeah. So see, first I'll answer these people. No voice. Now you have a voice, right? Can you post the link once again? See this way. Yes, Deekshi, I posted the link. Guys, those people who are asking about this more practice, any website is there. See, that is the point. Okay, if you have a lot of resources to practice, then the test will lose its efficiency, guys. So they want it to be surprising. Okay, so these things that we give you are supposed to be not given to you. Okay, so these things that we tell you, this you are supposed to not know this, but we are trying to bring it to you. Okay, so more practice, like I tell you, whatever we have, we give you. So we know we have to give you materials of some kind, right? So in that materials you'll find all this. So we'll give you of such sort, but you will never find any resource on the internet which gives you practice of this kind. Okay, so there you go. So we'll do this, guys. We'll do this, complete this, explain card problems. Yeah, so the first thing is somebody asked me, yes, two stars in the same column. How is it possible? Why, why are, why, somebody asked me, why is something in black and why is something in gray? I already talked about this, and Chasmini just asked me something about what did she ask? She asked, should we consider intermediaries as the part of question? Okay, when I say intermediaries, I'm talking about this gray, Manik. I'm talking about this gray things. Okay, these gray things are required for you to arrive at this question mark. Okay, so if you have to find what this question mark represents, sometimes these gray things are required. Okay, you cannot, without these gray things, you cannot directly go there. Okay, so that is why we call these intermediaries. Now, while trying to find these gray things or intermediaries, you can make mistakes. Okay, now that doesn't reduce your score. Okay, if you wrongly like do place something, that will not reduce your score. All they want is they want the question mark to be taken, and then they want the question mark to be replaced with the correct answer. That is what they want. Okay, they won't worry about the intermediaries are for your purpose, for your convenience. Okay, when I do it using this Excel sheet, see, when I use this, I had this star, right? This star was initially not there. Yes, it was like this. But without the star, could I have drawn this lines? Could I have drawn this yellow color without that star? No, it wouldn't have been possible. Of course, you can do it in your mind, like imagining stuff. You can imagine it, but If you put it in place, it will be easy for you to refer. Okay, so the intermediaries are just for the purpose of your question. So to answer Chasmani's question, yes, you can take it to be part of question itself because that doesn't belong to the answer. You won't be scored based on that. Your score is based on only the question mark. Okay, how correctly you choose it. So if you want, you can also think of it as part of the question because it doesn't belong to answer, right? Because they don't score you based on that. Okay, so that is that. Right. Now, another thing is somebody said, how can there be two stars in the same column? Yes, I see that. Okay. There are two stars in the same column. That is what I said. You can, this guy has done it wrongly. Okay. Somebody has done this. Okay. By done it wrongly, I do not mean he has framed the question wrongly. No. While initially he'll have only black colored shapes, guys. This gray colors, you can choose it. You can click on it and you can choose it. That is why I had to, somebody asked for the video. I'll play the video now. You can see, you can click on it and you can choose it. Any option you can choose. You can choose any option because it is you are making, right? You are choosing it. So this guy wrongly chose the star option here. Okay, you cannot have a star here. We know that. Okay, so that was a good thing that somebody spotted. I think that some girl. So you cannot have a star here, guys, but because it is in the same spot, right? So, but there is a mistake here. Okay, so anything else, guys? I think if I just watch the video, okay, and then some most of your thing will be can we consider them at right place, right? Consider right. Okay, I don't know what the answer is. I have to check it out. Okay, right, guys. So I'll just play a video. Okay, and we so for playing a video, I have to close my screen. Now, if you want, I can replay it again, but first I'll play the video now. Yes, sure, sure. I'll explain the previous one. Okay. So all doubts after playing the video, we'll do all the doubts, guys. I know today is also going to be 8:30. Right, not a problem. Okay. Detection one. Guys, there will be no voice. There is no sound. Okay, just look at the video. Guys, so I hope you've seen all this. One, I'd like you to just watch one page and I want you to read it, okay? So I'm going to search for that page. This is very important that you read it. Um, I think it is this page. Yeah, this one. So just go through this, read all this, guys. 1 minute, guys. I'll show. Just play a page for you. I want to stop at a page. Just a minute, guys. Right. So just read this, okay? Read this thing. Yeah, Liharika. Any app for this? No, sadly, we don't have any apps, guys. So that is why you can make your own questions. We'll give you questions for practice. Okay, so don't worry about that. We'll give you questions for practice. Yes, sir. One day, how can all these rounds happen? After completion of pseudocode, directly we go only qualified members. I think each round is an elimination round, guys. The first one, pseudocode, is an elimination round. Then yes, guys, you all seem to be fixated on PDF. I will give you questions, okay? So we'll give you questions for practice, okay? Because we know it is important, right? So we'll give you questions. It is just that we have to release it from the upper layers. So yes, I think people did not understand my yes, we'll start with the clocks and cards. Okay, so we'll start with that. But finally, I would like to say a few things, guys. With the questions that people are asking, so we have webcam, guys. Thought things about the topic you can ask me. Other things like webcam and other rounds and all, you talk to concerned people in Telegram. I'm not sure how it will happen. Okay, able to attend next level. You need not know, Mubina. The software will decide based upon your answers. See, when I talked about giving answers. What I when I talked about, you say, let's say you give three straight right answers. Okay, you give correct answers, three correct answers. Now, what happens is, yeah, we'll do that, Divyashri. Yeah, wait. See, what happens is, if you give three straight correct answers, guys, um, what happens is when you give three correct answers, it means you're doing well, right? It means this level is easy for you. That is why you're able to give three correct answers. The three is just a number that I want you to understand. But still, if you give alternately correct answers, what happens is you will never move on to the second round. I mean, second level. Okay. So some people have understood this wrongly. So that is why people are having this doubts. So what I said is, if you give three questions correctly, continuously three questions, if you mark the correct option, it means you are comfortable with this level. So that is why you're able to continuously mark the correct answer. So what the system will do is it will bump you up to the next level or push you to the next level, level 2. But you keep first one you would give it correctly, second one you give it wrongly, again second one third one is correct, fourth one is wrong. So what it means is you're not still comfortable in the first level, so it will not push you to the second level. Okay, so you have to like continuously give correct answers for it to become difficult. This is what this adaptive test is. If you take GRE, GMAT and all, there the aptitude questions, here at least you have game questions. Their aptitude questions will get tougher. Okay, depending upon the answers that you give. So the thing is, don't do any trickery of like don't try to be smart and first give wrong answers and at the end give correct answers, something like that. Don't do that. Okay, if you keep giving wrong answers, you will never go up. Your level will never go up. And who knows, if you give first 10 as wrong, the program will be like, never send this person to the second level. It could be, right? They could have such a program. Like, for example, if you have the first 10 questions as wrong, they will even then if you come back, the next 10 is correct. They would have set it like, don't send this person to level 2. He's so poor, he's not able to even answer one out of those 10 questions correctly. That is what I think. Okay. Okay. So what we'll do is, guys, so I will give you more practice questions with what I've given today. I've given you some screenshots. You take it and practice it on your own. Okay. So try this one and make sure that you practice this. Okay. So I've never told you to practice anything. So this is important. That is why I'm asking you to practice this. I want you to practice this. This is a sure thing. You are getting this on Capgemini. Okay. So even though it is just 6 minutes, you are getting this. So on the whole of the next week, we'll be seeing lots of stuff like this, which are a sure thing that you'll get. Okay. So you can use this, guys. Okay. So those who have doubts and card problems, jack problems, clock problems, you all can wait. Okay, if you have doubts in this, you all can wait. Others can leave. So if possible, if you want, you can meet me tomorrow at 11 to 12. I'll be there to clear your doubts. 11 to 12, guys. Quants. So just remember, 11 to 12 is quants, and 2 to 3 is verbal, and 5 to 6 is technical. Okay, so it is not compulsory. If you want to clear doubts, you're always welcome. Okay, we'll be available. So for others, you can leave. If you have doubts, just post it. If you want me to do a topic, just post it. I think clocks and something else we have to do. If you want me to explain the test that you took today, if you want me to explain a few problems from the text that you took today or yesterday, so we'll do that also. And so that's it. So see you guys soon. See you on Monday. So Shaik wants to know. Okay, so we are doing clocks and cards. That is a sure thing. Okay. Sir, if the answer is wrong, then it will go to a level back or will start from the first level. If the answer is wrong, see, that is what Shaik, I said. I don't know. I cannot exactly say, right? I did not design the software. Maybe the company which is conducting it, I don't have the exact idea of which company it is going to conduct. But the company conducting may decide. It depends upon what the cap. It might also depend on what Capgemini wants. They might just have a discussion with Capgemini and then fix something like, for example, if someone gives 4 straight correct answers in level 1, they will be pushed to level 2. And in level 2, if they give 4 straight correct answers, then they'll push to level 3. Like that, they might fix something. Okay, we don't know what it is. What we can do is we try to answer all the questions to the best of our ability. That is the best thing that you can do. By knowing this little technicalities, you cannot. One thing is you cannot find the entrance in the back door. You cannot do that. And you need not worry. Okay, just by answering one wrong question, you won't be bumped down to the lower level. Okay, let's suppose that you are in level 2 or level 3. Okay, just because you answered something wrongly, you won't be bumped down. You'll always be in level 3 because you reached there, right? So you will always be in level 3, but it is just that by giving wrong answers, you are making sure that you are not going to level 4. Okay, so you are making sure by giving wrong answers all the time, or mostly, if you are giving wrong answers mostly, the system won't send you up. Okay, it'll keep you the same level. So that is that for you. Okay. Chintam Rohini sir, we have 4 rounds in gaming. Which type of levels they have? Yeah, 4 rounds in gaming, right? Yeah, so that is what we'll be slow. I'll tell you slowly, not slowly. I mean, in the next week, I'll tell you, Rohini. Can we skip the question and come back? No skipping, guys. No business of skipping the question and coming back. Yeah, I told you, right? Once you click on the option, then only it'll take you to the next question. So you can no option of skipping and coming back. Okay. See, first I would like to tell you. Okay, one final thing, guys. I just tell them this, and then we'll go to this. Again, it's not about the questions. It's the time limit. You don't know. It depends upon the speed at which you go. The reason why they give, every company give this, but Capgemini, why do they give a different kind of game based test? It is because it is easier not to cheat in this. Okay, cheating is difficult. Cheating is difficult in this, right? Yes, because we can train you, but the way you do it, it depends upon. For example, nobody can help you with this. By the time they help you, the time will be over. Okay, by the time they see this and help you, the time will be over. Guys, did I not talk about tomorrow's class? Tomorrow we don't have class. but we have doubt clearing sessions, 1 hour each. 11 to 12, we have cognitive aptitude, and 2 to 3 is verbal, 5 to 6 is technical. 1 hour, it is not compulsory. If you have doubts, if you want something to be explained, you can come and have your doubts explained. Okay, so that's it. So, okay, right, guys, we are going to cards problem. So I'll stop the video and then come back. Right, hope you're able to see my screen. Are you explaining the cards problem? Yes, we are doing cards and this, and then maybe finally I'll explain this today's topic, some of the doubts you'll have, right? So we'll do that also. Right, I see still people are there. Okay, right. So in cards problem, guys, we look at the cards, and first we look at cards problem, and then we look at clock. Or first we look at the clock, and then where is this card? Here. Okay, so this is what you wanted, right? Right. So the first one, now if you have a close look at this case, um, you see this clock. 1 minute, guys. You want me to explain the test questions or clock questions? So yes, well, what we'll do is we'll discuss the test questions, guys. In that you will have the clock questions and all, right? Yes. So that will help you. Okay. So we'll explain the test questions. Okay, that way it will be useful. If I go deep into clock, it may not be very useful. So let's go look at the test questions. Yes, many questions. Manik, yeah, I understand that. Not many, 2 questions. Okay. Okay, I get that. I get that. Okay, we talked about it and made sure that it never happens again. We got many complaints like that. Right, we look at the test question, guys. See screenshot. Pictures. Right. So this is the first question. Yeah. Do you remember this first question? This guys, again, this is about recognizing patterns. Okay. So what you see is, look at this clock. Okay. Now in this clock problem, you have to go clockwise. Okay. So this first clock, the hour hand is pointing towards 2. Okay. And the minute hand is pointing towards 12. Okay. So hour hand is pointing towards 2 and the minute hand is pointing towards 12. If you add 2 and 12, what do you get? You get 14. Correct. Look at the next clock, this one. The hour hand is pointing towards 6. The minute hand is pointing towards 9. If you add 6 and 9, what do you get? You get 15, right? So in the previous one, it was 14. This one, it is 15. The next one, hour hand is pointing towards 5. Minute hand is towards 11. So 5 plus 11 is 16. So do you see a pattern here? 14, 15, 16. So the next one should be what? 17. Yes. So already the minute hand is pointing towards 12. So what number if you add to 12, you will get 17? 5, right? So the hour hand should be pointing towards 5. Okay. So that is why the answer is to the 5. Okay. So this is the logic. So from top 14, the sum of the numbers that is being pointed to by the hour hand 11. So 7 plus 11 is 18. Okay. So that is the answer for that. Now for this one, guys, here we have this is not 662, this is 622. The logic is 915 minus 364. So 915 minus 364 is 551. Okay. So larger number minus the smaller number. That is the logic. So here 789 minus 543 will give you 246. So 863 minus 241 will give you 622. So like I told you, it is not 662, it is 622. Okay, so this is the correct answer, 622. Now, rule detection here, again pattern here, closed figure becomes more and more open. Okay, so this, which among this, which follows that? Okay, so closed figure becomes more and more open. Okay, now you know what is open, right? Example of open is one, this, look at the first row, guys. The first row, 1 has become 2. Now this has become open. Yes, whatever was closed has become open here, right? Again from 2, something has opened, right? This left hand side thing has opened. From 3, again something has opened. Okay, so this thing keeps on opening. From closed position, it keeps on opening. So that is why this is the correct answer. Okay, but other things won't follow that rule. Okay, look at this. In the second one, look at the first one and the second one. Has anything opened? Nothing has opened. It remains the same, right? So that is why this second one is wrong. Look at the third option. If you look at the third option, guys, again nothing has opened. What has opened? Okay, if you seem like you see a curve in the middle. Yes, you see a curve in the middle. Okay, now okay, that could be a curve. Okay, so I could agree with that. But if you see, whatever was closed must progressively open. Okay, initially you had something closed, right? It should progressively open. Okay, not the other way around. Correct? So here you could say that these two things have opened. Okay, or these two four things have opened. Okay, so 1 to 2 is fine, but you can see from 2 to 3 nothing is opening. 3 to 4 also nothing is opening, right? So it is staying the same. Okay, so that is why 3 is also wrong. Okay, if you compare it with 1 and 2, there is no opening at any part. Okay, the outer layer, right? Can you see the outer layer? It is still remaining closed. Yes, the outer layer which initially was closed, yes, is finally also it still remains closed. Okay, now this moon thing, guys, this moon is shrinking. Shrinking doesn't mean opening. Yes, opening is you should have a cut in this circle round, and you should have a open. You should open it. Okay, that is opening. Like if you have a small mouth-like thing in. No, okay, don't think about that. Now you can see that this is diminishing. Diminishing is not the same as opening. Okay, so that is why only first one is the correct answer. Okay. Now, here we have some numbers and we have to know what is the correct answer. Okay. Once you know the letter equivalent of numbers, okay, it becomes very easy to solve problems. You have to know the letter equivalent of numbers. So here the letter equivalent of numbers is M is, what is M? M is 13. Okay. So S I know is 19. W I know it to be 23. I know it to be 9. So because I know these letter equivalent of numbers, the problem is already solved. I'll tell you why. Because I know that M is 13, S is 19. So M and S are on the left hand side. Now you try to add all the digits that are here. What is 4 plus 3? 7 plus 6 is 13. 2 plus 9 is 11. 11 plus 8 is 19. So I'm getting 13 and 19. So once you see that I have M and S, now I know that M is 13 and S is 19. Okay. So 6 plus 2 plus 1 is 9. We know I is 9. Okay. So if you know the letter equivalent of numbers, which you know that I is 9. So this is 9. W will be 23. Okay. So for W to be 23, you have to take this 11, 8 and this question mark, add them together, and the total should be 23. Okay. So 11 plus 8 is 19. 19 plus what will give you 23? 19 plus 4. Okay. So that is why option 4 is the correct answer. Okay. Next, this watch. I'm going to show you all the options. Yeah. Now, can you tell me what is the correct answer? Because the answer is staring right at your face. Can anybody spot the answer? Uh, 620, 620. See, nice. So you know this, right? So you know this, right? So when you know this, it becomes, sorry for that, okay? If you know this, that becomes easy, right? Right, exactly. So if you understand everywhere, if you just add sum of the digits, okay, 1 plus 5 plus 2 is 8, 2 plus 3 plus 3 is 8, 4 plus 3 plus 1 is 8, 5 plus 1 plus 2 is 8. So obviously among the options, if you add the digits, you must get 8. So only 6 is to 20 or 620 will give you a sum of 8 when you add the digits. The other things, if you add, for example, A, if you add, you will get 9. B, you add, you get 10. D, if you add, you get 13. So only option C gives you a sum of 8 when you add the digits, right? So that is the correct answer. Now, this one. Again, when I talk about numbers, guys, okay, this is why I talk about numbers. Because if you make these numbers, you will know what the logic is right away. Okay. I'm going to use this and JLOSX, right? So I'm going to use this in the same thing, guys. We'll do it like this. So this is this, right? So we have J. What is J? I know J to be 10. And then we have L. Okay. Now L I know to be 12. O I know to be 15. S I know to be 19. Then we have X, right? So X I know to be 24. So we'll move a little bit here. Here I know D to be 4 and K to be 11, S to be 19 and B to be 2 and L again is 12, W is 23 I is 9, and then V is 22, and then J is going to be 10. This is question mark. This is what you have to find, and then finally O is 15. Okay. So did you see the how did I write it? So I went like this, right? I went like this, and then I went like this. This, and finally this. Okay. So can you see somewhat similar, right? Now you just look at the number. Can you spot anything? Just by looking at the number, can you spot anything? Just give me a minute here, guys. Um, right. So just by looking at the numbers, guys, can you spot anything? If you look at this, 10, you have 12, right? Then you have 15, then you have 19, then you have 24. Now this should tell you something. What should it tell you? Here the difference is 2, here the difference is 3, here the difference is 4, here the difference is 5. Don't you see a pattern? Yes. So it is like the difference is increasing each time by 1. So here it is 2, 3, 4, 5. Next one should be 6. So what do you do? 24 plus 6. 24 plus 6 is 30, guys. But you cannot write 30 because the letters finish at 26, right? So instead of 30, you write 4. Okay. Instead of 30, you write 4 because letters Z is 6. So 27 will be A again. 28 will be B again. 29 will be C. 30 will be D. In other words, 30 will be 4. Okay. Now again you start the same process. So 24 plus 6 is 4. 4 plus 7 is 11. 11 plus 8 is 19. 19 plus 9. 19 plus 9 is 28. You know 28 is 2. Correct? You cannot say 28. 28 is 2. So again 28 plus 10 or 2 plus 10 is 12. 12 plus 11 is 23. Again 23 plus 12. Okay. So 23 plus 12 is 35. Yes. So just subtract 26 from it. What do you get? 9. Yes. So 23 plus 12 is 35. If you go beyond 26, subtract 26 from it. Okay. So 23 plus 12 is 35. Subtract 26, you will get 9. Now 9 plus 13. Last thing that we added was 12. So now you should add 13. 9 plus 13 is 22. 22 plus 14 is what? See, at this point, when you do it like this, see, once you see that it is 2, 3, you don't need to keep on adding everything. I'm adding everything because to show you. Once you know it is 2, 3, 4, directly go count like this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So with this, add 15. That's it. You will get the answer. Okay. So 10 plus 15 is what? 25. What is 25? Y. Correct? So this is just for explanation. I am just adding you like this. Okay, so you don't need to do it like this. So you once you find that it is 2, 3, 4 like that, it is increasing. You directly jump to 10. See, you cannot directly jump to 10, but I see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like count it up to here. You'll find that you have to add 15 to 10. Okay, so if you add 15 to 10, you will get 25, which is Y, and that is the answer. Right? Guys, see, you have a Y. Right. This one. I think it's very easy. Just find the difference, guys. You will get the answer. I think already some of you might know it. The difference between 6 and 9 is 3. 9 and 15 is 6. 15 and 27 is 12. So what you see is 3, 6, 12. So what is the next one? Next one is 24. So the difference between 27 and the next number should be 24. So what is the next number? Add 27 and 24. You will get the next number, which is this 51. Okay. So the difference is 3, 6, 12. So the next difference should be 24. So if you want to get the last number, you have to add 27 and 24. which will give you 51, and that is the correct answer. Yeah, and this is a famous problem. Everybody was asking me to do this. See, I'll tell you what this is, guys. Okay, now there are 3 dots. Okay, if I explain this one problem, you will be able to do all the dot situation. Okay, so it is not an issue at all. Look at the dots. I want you to concentrate on the dots. How many dots do we have? We have 3 dots. If you look at the first dot, it is actually, guys, the first dot seems to be in a place where all the 3 shapes are overlapping. Can you see that? I'm talking about this dot. This dot is in a place where all the 3 shapes are overlapping. So triangle, square, circle. Okay, triangle, square, circle. So all these 3 shapes are overlapping at that point. So you have that dot there. Now look at the second dot here, bottom. In this dot, 2 shapes are overlapping, correct? This dot is on a position where 2 shapes are overlapping. One is circle, the other one is square, correct? The triangle is not in there. Okay, it has nothing to do with triangle. Look at the third dot. The third dot is in a place where there is only one shape. What is that? Circle. Okay, there is only one shape. So you have to find a figure which has 3 shapes overlapped, which has 2 shaped overlapped area. It should have a 3 shaped overlapped area and 2 shaped overlapped area and 1 shaped overlapped area. There is no overlapping for 1 shape, right? So you should have such areas. Okay, so that is what we are trying to find here. Okay, so we'll look at the answers. I'll just check if that internet connection is working. Yesterday we had a huge problem, and we have some great answers also here. Nice, guys. Explain about before question. Yeah, this is when you okay. See, I'm getting some great answers here, guys. If you say 1, okay, you're right. Well done. But I am going to start with 2. Okay, if you just look at 2. Now 2 has all the 3 shapes overlapping area. This area, right? This area is all the 3 shapes overlapping. It also has just the circle. Look at this area. This is just the circle, right? So it also has one shape area. Okay, but what it doesn't have is 2 shapes overlapping area. Okay, by 2 shapes I mean the circle and square. You had a circle and square area here, right? So you don't have it here. You have an area which is for square and triangle overlapping is there. This area you can say square and triangle is overlapping, this small gap. But we need circle and square overlapping, just the circle and square alone. You don't find that in the second one. Third one, if you see, 3 overlapping is there. Yes, no problem with that. Even the circle and the square is there. Okay, see, this area is circle and square overlapping area. Okay, that is there. Just the square alone is also there, but what is not there is circle alone, because we had a circle alone area in the X mark. Yes, in the question. So that we don't have. So 3 is wrong. And again, when it comes to fourth one, guys, you can see the 3 overlapping areas are there. No problem. Okay. Again, square and circle overlapping area is also there. What is not there is just circle alone area. Okay. So that is why 2, 3, 4 gets eliminated. I'll also give you the explanation for 1. So in 1 you have all the 3 overlapping. You can clearly see it is here. You have circle and square overlapping. So look at this. This area is circle and square overlapping. And you also have just circle. Look at this. This is just circle on its own, right? So this area is also there. Okay. So 1 is the correct answer. So you have to make sure that areas represented by the 3 dots should be present in the option. Okay, all the three areas must be there. Okay, then you can say this is the correct answer. So as most of you rightly said, one is the correct one, guys. Nice answer, great. Right. I think that these things you will do it now. I don't want to waste time. Again, this one you'll do. This one I'll say the logic here is guys. You do how many numbers are there between 3 and 5? 3 and 5, how many numbers are there? Only one number, 4, right? So just keep that in mind. How many numbers are there between 5 and 8? 6, 7, 2 numbers. Yes, so just keep that in mind. How many numbers are there between 8 and 13? 9, 10, 11, 12. 4 numbers. So can you see a pattern now? How many numbers are there between 13 and 22? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 8 numbers. So initially we had 1, then 2, then 4, then 8. So the next one should be what? 16. So you should not add 16 to 22. You should understand that between 22 and the next number, there are 16 digits. So you should add 17, right? Yes. Between 22 and the next number, there are 16 digits. So if you want to get the next number, you should add 17. Okay. So 22 plus 17 is 39. So can you see that option 39? Yeah. Now there is one more way of doing this, guys. This is very similar to the problem that we saw today. Okay. This puzzles, guys. So that is why we give you training in this stuff. There is a lot of research gone into giving the content that we are giving you. Okay. You're not just giving for the sake of passing the time. This one has multiple solutions. Today we saw a problem, right? That also had multiple solutions. Why do we have multiple solutions? Because everything is pattern. This is also a pattern. Like it or not, whatever you learn today, guys, the important thing that I told you, right? Detective logic, Sudoku, that is also a pattern. Okay, so when you're identifying patterns here, unconsciously you're training your brain to identify the patterns for other questions also. So that is why this is very important. If we give you the same Sudoku from all the 10 days, you will get bored. Okay, that is why we need to go to clock problems. We need to go to card problems. We need to go to some other things that they've given. Okay, whatever it is. But everything in essence, they are training the same part of your brain. Okay, so anyway, the other method is, guys, 3 into 1 plus 2. Sorry, 3 into 2 minus 1. Okay, 3 into 2 minus 1 is 5. Correct? 5 into 2 minus 2 is 8. 8 into 2 minus 3 is 13. 13 into 2 minus 4 is 22. So finally, what will you have? 22 into 2 minus 5. Okay. So 22 into 2 is 44, minus 5 is 39. Okay. So this is also possible. Okay. So I know this is a little bit difficult, but still, now that you know, if you have such questions, you will be able to do it. Okay. Right. Yeah, these are the questions that I know you feel like you cannot even see the questions. Maybe I'll try to make sense of this. Okay. What you have on the top is 20. What you have on the bottom is 9. What you have on the left is 12. What you have on the right is 13. Okay. I'm talking about the first picture. First segment, guys. Now, what happens is 20, here it is 9, right? Yeah, 29. Yeah. Okay. So 20 and you have 9, guys. Okay. So watch this carefully. Here you have 20 here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the source. Look at the actual question here. Just a minute. This is from Yes, guys, sorry, it is not 20. At the top, what you have is 10. Okay. At the bottom, what you have is 9. There's nothing to change there. Left, what you have is 12. Right, what you have is 15. Okay. So if you want, you can make a note of this. So at the top, you have 10. Bottom, you have 9. Left, you have 12. Right, you have 15. What do you have in the center? You can clearly see it is 4. Okay. Now, how did that 4 come about? See, when you do 10 minus 9, okay, 10 minus 9, or what is 10 minus 9? In other words, top minus bottom. What is top minus bottom? 10 minus 9 is 1, right? What is right minus left? I told you on the left hand side we have 12, on the right hand side we have 15, right? Yes. So what is right minus left? 15 minus 12. What is 15 minus 12? 3. Okay. So for the vertical calculation, you got 1 as the answer. For the horizontal calculation, you got 3 as the answer. So what is 3 plus 1? 4. Okay. So now this is very important. You always do from top minus bottom. Okay. Don't do bottom minus top. At least in this, that is the logic. Okay. If you do bottom minus top, you'll get minus 1. Minus 1 plus 3 will become what? It will become 2. Okay. So you won't get the answer. So it is very important that you do top minus bottom, right minus left. Okay. 10 minus 9 will give you 1. 15 minus 12 will give you 3. Then if you add them both, you will get 4. The same thing, do it for the second one also. The second one, top is 16, guys. Bottom is 20. Okay, top is 16. Bottom is 20. Left is 12. Right is 28. Left is 12 and right is 28. So how do we get this? So we know it is always top minus bottom. So 16 minus 20. What is 16 minus 20? Minus 4. You have to keep it as minus 4. 16 minus 20 is minus 4. Now right minus left, I told you 28 minus 12. What is 28 minus 12? 28 minus 12 is 16. So the vertical gave us minus 4. The horizontal is giving us 16. So 16 minus 4 is 12. Okay. So now there is a question mark. I'm not going to say what the answer is, but I'm going to give you the 4 numbers surrounding it. Okay. You have to say what the answer is in the chat section. Okay. Then I'm going to tell you the numbers, guys. The numbers at the top number is 15. Okay. The number at the top is 15. The number at the bottom is 16. The number at the bottom is 16. And the number on the right hand side is 23. The number on the right hand side is 23. And the number on the left hand side is 11. Okay, 11. So top is 15, bottom is 20, top is 15, bottom is 16, right side is 23, left side is 15. Okay, now you tell me what the answer is. Guys, so this is what I meant. You have to look at this carefully. I am getting only few people are giving me correct answers, but that is fine. Okay, but why is people left to answer? Nice. See, I told you guys, I'll repeat the number again. 15 top, 16 bottom. Right hand side is 23. Left hand side is 11. Just a minute. Left is not 11, guys. Did I say 11? Yeah, 11, 11, 11, 11. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so most of you are right. Okay. Uh, so again, it is my mistake here. Okay. Next, 11. Left number is 11, guys. So you're right. Those who say the answer is 11, you're bang on. You're right. Okay. If you say the answer is 11, it is right because top minus bottom will give you -1. Correct. And right minus left will give you 12. So 12 minus 1 is what? 12 minus 1 is 11. Okay, so 11 is the right answer. Great, nice. And I saw a few people giving 7 as the answer. Guys, you have to check your answer there. 7 is not right. It is 11. It's the same question. Now this one, this is like, guys, 1 into 2 plus 3 is what? 1 into 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 into 2 plus 3 is 13. Correct? 5 into 2 plus 3 is 13. 13 into 2 plus 3 is 29. 13 into 2 plus 3 is 29. 29 into 2 plus 3 is 61. Correct? 29 into 2 is 58, guys. 58 plus 3 is 61. 61 into 2 is 122 plus 3 is 125. Okay. So the logic is into 2 plus 3. Okay. And they start from the left, go like this, then go down and then go right. Okay. So the shapes have a meaning. Okay. So if you understand the meaning, you know what it is. So the final answer will be 125 into 2 plus 3. 125 into 2 is 250, guys. Plus 3 is 253. Okay. So this is the correct answer. 253. I'm not even going to go near that. Maybe at some time we'll look at that. Okay. Now I want to do this. I'll tell you the correct question here. Guys, that bird thing, okay, I don't think you'll get it. Okay. So that is waste of time for us. That is why I did not do it. You have to fold it. Folding has nothing to do with the things that we are doing now. Yes, I'll tell you the letters. Okay, so make a note of this. So you can see that left hand side the letters are L. Okay, left hand side L, and second row first column C, third row first column J. So it is L C J. Okay. Then second column, I think you can see it. It is very big, right? You can see it. And we'll move to the third column. Third column, first letter is H. Third column, first row is H. And third column, second row is A. Third column, second row is A. And third column, third row is O. Third column, third row is O. Right, guys? So why don't you tell me what will be in place of question mark? Now the clue is change letters to numbers. That will clearly show you what the pattern is. Okay, this is something that I teach in reasoning classes because we do not have class time. I could not talk about this. You have to just change them to numbers, guys. You'll find some pattern even if you're not able to find it right away. If you just look at it with some concentration, you'll really understand what is going on here. Even I don't know what the answer is. I'm banking on the numbers. I'm hoping it will help me. Did anyone get the answer? See, B, option C for birds. Okay, fine. Great. This one is people say B, 26, 27. Next should be 28. Oh, see, now that is some, that takes some understanding. Yes, you add everything. That is what they're saying, right? Yeah. Um, so what happens is, guys, here, just a minute. Just a minute. Bird sum, please explain, sir. So for everything, there's guys, just forget about the bird sum. I don't really want to waste time. Okay, there is no logic in doing it. If you really want to do it, tomorrow come to the Sunday class. Okay, we'll do it there. See, you just have to add them row wise. You add them row wise, you should get the same number. That is what it is saying. If you add the first row, you will get 27. Add the second row also, you are getting 27. Okay, so which number if you have in this question mark, you will get the same 27. 2. Okay, if you have 2 in place of question mark, then you add, you will get 27. Okay, so that is the logic. One minute. Right. I hope you got the logic. So this is the question. Again, this you know how to do it. This you know how to do it. Okay, look at this. Now tell me the answer for this. I'm not going to say the answer. You tell me. It is easy to find. Again, just change the letters to numbers. You will understand. If you don't have an idea, change it to numbers. You will understand it right away. Yes. So I'm just going to tell you guys, we are like 8:15 now. So we have to rush here. You can see how many of you have already given the answer. Yeah, correct. Yes, Samtat Chaik. I think you'll have to wait uh, till tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Yes. So what happens is you just convert it to numbers, guys. You get 1, 3, 6, 10, 11. Yes. If you converted 1, 3, 6, 10, now the pattern stops there. Now again 11, 13, 16, 20. Now you see the pattern. It is just after J, everything increases by 10. Okay. What it means is A increases by 10, you get K. C increases by 10, you get M. F increases by 10, you get P. J increases by 10, you get T. Okay. The same thing again. K increases by 10, you get question mark. M increases by 10, you get W. P increases by 10, you get Z. T increases by 10, you get D. Now, how is it D? The value of T is 20, guys. 20 plus 10 is 30. You know 30 is D because 30 is 4, right? 30 is nothing but 30 minus 26, which is 4. So 30 is D, and then you have 31, which is E, which comes next. So if you look at this, A plus 10 is 11, which is K. K plus 10 is 21, which is U. Okay. So 21U is the correct answer. Guys, I think it is, we better stop here. Okay, I hope you got this. Maybe I could tell you this. The rule that they say is, the rule for this is, closed figures become more and more open. Open figures become more and more closed. Okay. So if you see something closed, it should open gradually or open every time. If you see something open, it should close every time. Okay. So that is the logic here. So we'll come back to the first one. Look at the second one. Okay. If you look at the second one, uh, see there are in all the things there is one shape which is outside and one shape which is inside. The inside shape is the thing in the second one which is an open thing which is getting closed each time we move from the left side. Okay, but outside what happens is outside it is opened, yes, but look at 2 and 3. From 2 to 3, has it opened more or closed more? It has closed, but it should have opened more. So that is why 2 is wrong. Okay. Now in the third one is wrong because inside I can see the open figure is slowly closing itself. Okay. So there is no problem with it. But outside the closed figure remains closed all the way down to the end. Correct? The outside is a closed figure, right? Third one, third row. Outside you see a circle. The circle is a closed figure. The closed figure remains closed. It doesn't open. So that is why third is also wrong. If it is closed, it must open gradually. If it is open, it must close gradually. Okay. The second thing it is doing, the third option, but the first thing is not done. It is closed, it is not opening. If you look at the last option, guys, again the same problem. The outer layer is opening. Yes, okay. But what happens to the inner layer? It should open, right? It is also closed. So it should open. So that is not happening. So if you look at the first one, that is the only option where this happens correctly. So you can see in the first one, you see outside a square. Inside there is a curve. Okay. The curve is the open thing and the square is the closed thing. Okay. So as you can see, as you go to the second, third and fourth, the curve slowly is closing and finally it has closed. Can you see it? Yes. The curve is slowly closing and finally it has closed. But look at the square. It is opening from 1 to 2, it has opened a little bit. From 2 to 3, it has opened even a little bit more. From 3 to 4, it has even opened again. Okay. So 3 to 4, it has done. So that is why option A is the correct answer for this. Okay. So for this, you have to look at the rule and then identify the pattern. Right. We'll do this, guys. With this, we'll close. I already told this, right? We talked about this. Right. So we are done. Okay. Okay, guys. So see, I appreciate still 120 students. 120 needs 250 students. Okay. Still waiting. Okay, I know you guys do this. So I think we have to wind up, guys. It is like going to be 3 hours. Okay. Look at this, 2 hours 45 minutes. Can you see this? So for any other doubts, what about cards? For any other doubts, tomorrow 11 to 12. Okay. Tomorrow 11 to 12, first thing is cards. Okay. If you guys come there. Okay. Jashmini. Okay. Jashmini, I'll message you. Okay. Maybe you can share it with all others. Okay. So today is Saturday. So today I'll have free time. I'll message you, Jashmini. Okay. So I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Okay. If you have doubts, so please tune in 11 to 12, just 1 hour, right? So you can choose which sessions you want to write and which sessions you don't want to write. Okay. So if you share the documents, we can revise before it. Yes, Mubina, we know that, Mubina, we know that. So I'll share it. Okay, I'll share it. I have your ID and also have Jasmine's ID, so I'll share it. Okay. Yes. So all the other problems, guys, this round, I am not sure about these rounds. You have to talk to people in Telegram. Just ping them in Telegram. They'll tell you. Okay. Yes.